Hi, Writers. Cruz here. Thank you so much for joining me today. In this video, we are elevating JR's essay, a senior who graduated high school, former senior. He graduated high school last year. And so we're taking his essay, we've elevated it a little bit, and we're going to elevate it just a little bit more. We started off with a 40-minute essay. We made it a 50-minute essay, and now I'm going to add 10 more minutes to the timer, and then we're going to stop at 60 minutes. And again, just sort of see this transformation that happens when you have extra time provided for you through Accuplacer Writeplacer. So if this is something that you are interested in, please stay tuned and watch as we elevate this essay in 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and start my timer now, and let's begin. Here we go. Timer starts. All right, it is early Saturday morning, and my parents asked me to check the mailbox. I'm going to go ahead and say to check our mailbox. I don't think anybody says check the mailbox. I think people say check the mail. So I'm going to say, and my parents asked me to go check the mail. Apparently, they forgot their duties last night. As I spy on their paper gifts, I notice a letter addressed to me. I hurry in the house. So I was thinking, if it's an early morning, you know how sometimes there's dew on the grass as you're walking maybe through the yard to the mailbox. And I thought I'd add a little bit of imagery here to not only increase our word count, but also show the Accuplacer Writeplacer score. The person who's scoring it, that, we can add some more imagery here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and add that. Something like that. Apparently, they forgot their duties last night as I and let's say I'm barefoot here. As I barefoot my way through the wet grass, or let's say dewy, through the dewy grass. So barefooting my way through the dewy grass, I open Barefooting my way through the dewy grass, I open the mailbox and spy on their paper presents. Instead of gifts, I think I'm going to go presents, and I'm going to use a little bit of alliteration. Barefooting my way through the dewy grass, I open the mailbox and spy on their paper presents. I notice, and I think I might change that along with as I hurry in the house and sling their mail on the dining room table, I notice a letter addressed to me. So I'm just moving that sentence a little bit, the sentence above here, writers, down below. I notice a letter addressed to me. 6 minutes and 25 seconds remaining, writers. Notice a letter addressed to me. However, okay, that transition word sounds weird. I sequester my envelope and open it as I scurry back to my room. Scurrying back to my room, I secretly sequester my envelope and open it there. Scurrying back to my room, I secretly sequester my envelope and open it in private. When I tear it open, okay, when I begin reading its contents, I realize there is a hefty check inside. When I begin reading its contents, I realize that inside is a hefty check addressed to me. The question is, what am I going to do with all this newly found money? 4 minutes and 35 seconds remaining, right, writers? Okay, let's take a look. It is early Saturday morning and my parents asked me to go check the mail. Apparently, they forgot their duties last night. Barefooting my way through the dewy grass, I open the mailbox and spy on their paper presents. As I hurry in the house and sling their mail on the dining room table, I notice a letter addressed to me. Scurrying back to my room, I secretly sequester my envelope and open it in private. When I begin reading its contents, I realize that inside is a hefty check addressed to me. The question is, what am I going to do with all this newly found money? And I may go ahead and put this in quotation marks. My first goal would be to save some of it. I think I'm going to have a little while the juvenile side of me wants to go on a spending spree, while the juvenile side of me or let's say reckless, while the reckless side of me wants to go on a spending spree, my initial goal while the reckless side of me wants to go on a spending spree, my rational side, so that rational thinking here, my rational side knows what I should do. Save some of it. How about let's go save it? While the reckless side of me wants to go on a spending spree, my rational side knows what I must do. Save it. Saving some of the money would help me in the future for when the unexpected happens. For example, let's say I had an opportunity to invest in a real estate deal because I had money saved. Sorry, I just went faster, right, writers, because I saw, oh, I have 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. I would be able to take advantage of this opportunity. On the other hand, if I found myself in a challenging situation, such as my car breaking down, the money I had saved would go towards repairing it. In other words, many positive outcomes result when one saves. My next goal would be to find ways to help my relatives. And maybe I'll say including my parents. I have a pretty large family, so I would have a lot to do. For instance, I would pay off debt for some and buy homes for others. This would be very helpful to so many people in my family, to many members of my family. To many members of my family. They would be I know they would be very grateful. My mom, my parents would receive my grandest gift, a big house with a very large porch and kitchen. 20 seconds remaining. Okay, I've got like 11 seconds, right, writers? So when this happens, when you want to start changing things, at this point, you just can't, because then you can't go back and unchange it. So, doo 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 doo. All right, so stop here. So again, noticed how I was about to start changing my conclusion, and then I was like, I can't, because again, once you're changing it, and then if the Accuplacer Writeplacer, um, you know, software program submits it for you, then you can't fix it. It's gone. And so that's why I was like, nope, put it back the way it was. So not too bad. Again, I embellished a bit of the introduction. I definitely embellished a little bit of this part, second paragraph, changed a couple of things. I know JR focused on his mom, but because I had parents up here, I decided to go ahead and keep parents all the way through. I do want to go ahead and though read the last paragraph just to see what I might have changed, but just to hear how it sounds. A big house with a very large porch and kitchen. The sizzling skillet in my mom's kitchen and the smell of pancakes awakens me from my lost in thought moment. Being able to explain to my parents exactly how I'm going to save and spend this money will work to my advantage. Trust me, they will be less likely to offer financial counsel and advice. That's good news because understanding how to make intelligent decisions with my money shows how responsible I am. Okay, not too bad, right, writers? Again, I think the only thing that I was wanting to do was switching the ordering of that sentence, and I like to sort of sometimes use what are called modifiers. So I might start the sentence with, awakening me from my lost in thought moment. You know, the smell of pancakes and the sizzling skillet, something like that, where again, I have a modifier beginning the sentence, which adds a little bit of writer personality or style, which is definitely something I like to do in my writing. However, right, writers, I really wanted to again stick with the time frame and just see what we could do with that 10 minutes and it was good. So you saw me start to change it, and then I was like, nope, I'm going to backtrack and undo whatever I just did because I noticed that I had literally 10 seconds remaining. So that was hopefully a good strategy for you to remember and use to your advantage as you work with your essays. Let's go ahead and do a word count, right, writers, because we've got this here and we can look at it. Okay, so we went up to 366. Not much, but a few extra words. And again, when they're scoring this, they understand that you are under time constraints. Keep in mind also, right, writers, that, you know, the important part is not so much how many paragraphs you create, it's the quality of the writing that you are demonstrating. Ultimately, right, writers, that is it. It is better to even just have a 3-paragraph essay. I mean, I could have done this, right, writers? I definitely could have just simply moved this paragraph just like that, and that would have been fine as well. It is okay to have a 3-paragraph essay. So again, right, writers, I encourage you to please take the test and go ahead and fail at it, because that's all life is about. It is simply, I feel like it's trial and error, period, repeat, period. That's it. I mean, all life is about trial and error, trial and error, trial and error, repeat, repeat, trial and error. So please take the plunge, take the Accuplacer Writeplacer, make a terrible score, and then do it again, because you will naturally, your score will, I promise, you will do better on this in the second essay, just because those initial jitters are out and you know what to expect. Thank you so much, right, writers. Feel free to make a comment. Let us know how these videos are going. And also, if you want to let us know, what is the timing in your state for Accuplacer, Writeplacer? Do you guys get 40 minutes? Does your state do 50 minutes, or does it do an hour? Or is it unlimited time? I'd love to get some comments just knowing what the time frame looks like in other parts of the country. Thank you so much again, Write Writers. Good luck on the Accuplacer, Writeplacer. Take care, and we'll see you next Tuesday on the next video. All right, bye-bye.